What's going on, everybody? This is Ryan A. Polk, and welcome to the wrap up. Now, before I even get started with this review, when I had found out that they were making a standalone movie of not just my favorite DC villain, but my favorite villain of all time, Joker, I was like, okay, so I wonder what this is gonna be like, man. What's it gonna be about? I hope this origin is like the Killing Joke, and I wonder if it's gonna be Jared Leto as the Joker. Since I didn't really get to see much of him in Suicide Squad, I felt like he didn't really get much of a chance, which is why he was my least favorite Joker. But instead, I get word that Jaquan Phoenix was casted as him, and when I heard that, I was like, ah, shit. I never really watched too many of Phoenix's movies, and don't really know much about the guy. So I heard of the guy, but I never really watched any of his movies, so really don't really know much about him. But you want to know something? I was just absolutely amazed and just entertained. I gotta give him credit. He killed it. I had saw this movie, just went to go see this movie yesterday, and I just couldn't wait to do a review on it right now because Jaquan Phoenix, he killed it, man. And, this movie is directed by Todd Phillips, who was also the director of the Hangover movies, and it was also produced by Bradley Cooper too as well. So I was like, oh shit, okay. So no wonder this movie is so good too as well, along with Jaquan Phoenix. But so in this movie though, we're talking about a completely different origin though. I'm not gonna spoil anything because that's not what I do. But I will say that yes, with this standalone movie, it is a lot different, and with the way how they did this origin, I did like it. And Joker, so honestly, from what you see in the trailer, of course, he's crazy. He's not normal. He's becoming the Joker and everything. You hear his laugh and everything. That was another thing I liked too. When I first heard Phoenix's laugh, I was like, oh shit, not I don't know. But then after hearing it more and then watching the movie, I'm like, oh my goodness, now I can't even get out of my head. It's a good ass laugh. And Joker is it shows, okay, I will say that like Joker, it does go, it's kind of a little bit of just not even really much to anything with the Killing Joke. It's a whole completely different story. Yeah. And the joke, and Joker, when as I'm watching it, I'm just like, dude, is nothing boring about this at all. Because Joker was just so entertaining, and it had you thinking like, oh my goodness, like, dude, him and these jokes, like him with Joker's cheesy jokes. However, of course, you do see that yes, he starts out as being a stand-up comic, where in the Killing Joke, he was also a failed stand-up comic, and yes, in Joker, not spoiling anything, like I said, but if you look at the trailer, of course, he's a failing comic or a struggling comic because he's not funny. He's not a funny comic, as you can see if you've seen the trailers. So yes, I do like how they stuck with that. And Joker, this movie I will say is one of the best movies of 2019. And and you want to know something else? This was actually, since it's like a standalone Joker film and it's not nothing related to the to DC's cinematic universe. If this was put in the DC cinematic universe, I would say that this is another movie that saved their asses because this movie was so entertaining and so good that I really want to see it again. Like, no joke at all. I do want to see it again because Jaquan Phoenix. After watching it now, I'm happy that they did pick him for this role. And if they was to make any more, I'll definitely go see it. I'll definitely go see another Joker movie because the Joker is just so badass, and and Joker is just the best, like, the best DC villain and one of the best villains ever. Yes, how can you not like the Joker? And Joker, and also that was another thing when it came to the killing and some of the gory stuff. I did like that because it was the special effects and the killing and the gore was just like, oh my goodness, okay, that there it is right there. That's him right there. There he is being the Joker, and he's doing Joker stuff. So yes, Joker is very entertaining. Wasn't even close to falling asleep at all when watching this movie. And if you're a fan of the Joker, you will love this movie. And if you're a fan of the DC comics, I mean, yes, you'll love this movie too. But if you're not a fan of the Joker, and if you're expecting something, different, like the origin that you want to expect from like something related to Killing Joke, then I'm gonna tell you that, like, you probably won't be so entertained by it if that's what you're expecting. But yeah, I mean, Joker is definitely a movie worth seeing. Do not wait for it to come to the red box. For Joker's grade, I give Joker an A minus, and out of 5 stars, I give Joker 4 out of 5 stars because it's just so damn good. And it's definitely, and Jaquan Phoenix is, I would have to say, right now, yes, he's a better Joker than Jared Leto. I mean, well, I ain't gonna even say right now. I mean, he already is a better, he will always be a better Joker than Jared Leto. Still debating on whether or not if he's a better Joker than Heath Ledger, though. I mean, I'm still thinking Heath Ledger is the best Joker, but yes, Jaquan Phoenix is also a better Joker than Jack Nicholson too as well. So yes, go see Joker if you haven't. And until then, this is Ryan A. Polk with the wrap up, signing off.